Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's curious question comes from one of our brilliant viewers, Soggy Leftovers 29. Thanks for the suggestion, Soggy Leftovers. You asked, why do plastic containers stain, especially after holding stuff like tomato sauce? Now, if you've ever opened the microwave to a scene of bubbling marinara horror and then pulled out your once-pristine Tupperware looking like it was in a crime scene, you are not alone. Today, we're going to war with science, sauce, and slightly melted lids. Right here on Explaining Everything. First off, let's talk about what plastic containers are actually made of. Most food containers are made from a type of plastic called polypropylene. It's lightweight, microwave-safe-ish, and doesn't shatter like glass when you accidentally yeet it across the kitchen at 8 a.m. trying to make lunch. But here's the thing, polypropylene is slightly porous. That means it has tiny, invisible holes in its structure, kind of like a microscopic sponge. And when plastic heats up, especially in the microwave, those pores open up even more. Think of it like this. Your plastic container is basically taking a hot bath, and its pores are saying, "Hey, tomato sauce, come on in, the water's fine." So, why does tomato sauce specifically leave its mark like a clingy X? Tomatoes contain a pigment called lycopene. It's the stuff that makes tomatoes red, and also the reason your container now looks like it has a permanent suntan. Lycopene is fat-soluble, which means it binds super well to oils. And we all know tomato sauce and oil go together like peanut butter and jelly, if jelly could ruin your Tupperware. When you reheat that saucy leftover lasagna, the oil heats up, becomes more fluid, and spreads the lycopene around like it's finger painting. And remember those open pores in the hot plastic? Lycopene just slides right in like, this is my home now. Once it's absorbed into the plastic, that red-orange stain isn't just on the surface. It's practically part of the container's soul. Microwaves don't just heat your food. They often overheat it in very specific, weirdly concentrated ways. You know those cold spots surrounded by molten lava in your leftover curry? Yeah, blame the microwave. And when it comes to oily tomato-based sauces, those uneven heating zones are like little stain factories. The hotter areas cause the plastic to expand even more, opening up bigger pores and making it easier for the sauce to embed itself. Also, microwaves don't heat food directly. They excite water molecules. But oil doesn't heat the same way, so it can get super hot, like more than boiling water hot, which means that stain spot in the middle of your container. It got blasted. You might think, okay, I'll just scrub it really hard. And sure, you might get a little of the surface stuff off. But that lycopene, it's dug in. It's not chilling on the surface anymore. It's redecorated, bought furniture, and filed a change of address form. Regular dish soap is water-based, and lycopene is oil-soluble. That means water just kind of bounces off the problem like, nope, not my job. Unless you're using a degreasing soap that breaks down oil specifically, you're mostly just smearing it around and giving your sponge PTSD. Let's just squash a common myth while we're here. Your plastic container didn't stain because it's cheap or low quality. Even fancy BPA-free, microwave-safe, Flex Seal Mega Hydration Turbo Gloss containers can fall victim. The issue isn't price, it's chemistry. Tomato sauce is the Voldemort of condiments, persistent, powerful, and impossible to fully get rid of without dark arts or bleach. And neither should go in your lunchbox. All right, so now that we've painted a truly horrifying picture of your plastic containers' slow descent into tomato oblivion, can you do anything about it? Kind of. Option 1. Don't microwave sauce in plastic. If you're heating up tomato-based anything, throw it in a bowl or glass container. Your Tupperware will thank you. Option 2. Use cooking spray. A quick spritz inside the container before filling it with sauce can create a thin barrier. It's not foolproof, but it's like wearing a poncho in a food fight. Better than nothing. Option 3. Deal with it. Honestly, most of us have just accepted that one container will be forever stained red and we'll just keep using it for spaghetti. That's its life now. So, why do plastic containers stain? Because plastic has tiny pores. Because lycopene is clingy. Because oil makes everything worse. And because your microwave is chaotic neutral. At the end of the day, those red stains are just a sign of a life well eaten. They're badges of culinary honor. War wounds from late-night leftovers and next-day lunches. So next time you open your cabinet and see that one tomato-scarred container, give it a little nod of respect. It's been through some things. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the red-stained rabbit hole, don't forget to like, subscribe, and microwave responsibly. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.